Okay, here's a video demonstration of the Westbond 4KE, which is a convertible wedge bonder or ball bonder. Right now it's set up to do ball bond. And you can see it has a rotary stage. It's being held down by vacuum, so we have our house vacuum on there. You'll need to provide your own vacuum pump. And that's connected through this orange line here. This has the Olympus microscope. There's a keypad here. Right now I have a device set up. It's called Bid Test. And I'm going to go through, and what I did is I programmed in one wire ball wedge bond and 2 ball bump bonds, just to demonstrate that it's operational. Right now we're set up with 1 mil gold wire. This is your video control here to set up your crosshair. I have it down set up so that it's positioned a little bit lower here so that we can see the entire bond. Let me move the chest. We can move the bond head around with this lever here. And you can see it's being moved there. So basically what I have programmed in there is to do one wire type here, which is a ball bond and a wedge, and then continued by 2 ball bumps, one here and one here. You see we have our temperature controller up here. It's set to 150 degrees C, which is recommended. You can lower that temperature, and this does have a radiant heater right here wrapped around the capillary. Oh, that's a 0.625 capillary, by the way. That's 0.625 inches. And I just have a test coupon here. It's just a gold area where I can bond to. You do have an LED light here. Center position's off, and then you got a high and a low. And we're just going to leave it on low for now. And this here is your ball bond controller. It'll indicate, you can set your power and time to create the ball size, and it also indicates whether you have an open or a short. And so your main power is turned on here. Your radiant tool heat is controlled here. Right now I have it off. Your camera is right here, and it's brought in here, and the intensity is adjusted using that. What I had to do is I purchased a BNC to HDMI converter, which is right down here. As you can see, I have the BNC coming out of the back, the video signal, and I'm converting it to a HDMI, excuse me, like that. And here's the power source for it. You can see there's quite a few wires, so you're going to need a power cords here. We have one for the video monitor. Right here, and your HDMI is connected here. Oh, and the other thing too is we do have 60 psi of house air coming in, compressed air, CDA, clean dry air, and it's fed in here, and you can regulate it. We have it set to, I think 50 psi is good enough. And as you can see, there's power cords for your temperature controller. These 2 wires are used to create your ball. That's your torch cable. And that's connected here. Red to red, black to black, same up here. And you'll need your power cord for that. You have a power cord for your monitor and camera crosshair generator right here. This is also the power supply. The supplies DC power to your bonder, so that gets connected right here. And then you need power for your LED light source. So as you can see, we have right down here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 outlets. And then here's our house vacuum pump. Again, you're going to have to provide your own. So that's our vacuum source to hold down your substrate for the work holder. Okay, so what I'm going to do here next is I'm going to quickly show you how it's operational. Well, I'm going to try to set this up on a tripod, and we're going to use the monitor method, so you'll be able to see the bonds being formed. Again, it's one ball. One ball wedge and then 2 ball bonds, just like as shown here. So by using the keypad, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of bonds. I'm going to lock the X-axis by hitting the 7 key. Our crosshair is set to where we're going to start our first bond. And I'll go ahead and do G, which is a half. Actually, I'm going to switch it to full auto. So let me go into options and I'll change that. A lot of this is explained in the manual. You'll need to go through that. There's how to program the machine, how to set it up. There's quite a bit to cover in this little video demonstration. I just want to show you that it is operational. So I'm going to toggle the mode back to full auto. And then by hitting the G button, we'll go ahead and do the bond. Camera when I was doing a demonstration. But, as you can see, the one bond was formed right here. I'll have to go ahead and reset align the camera properly, or at least adjust the crosshair. And I'll go ahead and do one. Here's our wire bond, and I'll go ahead and do 2 ball bumps. You can see one, and you can see our crosshair is off. So either I can adjust the crosshair or adjust the camera. And you know what, as a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and adjust the crosshair by changing the numbers on the, so we need to raise that in the horizontal, so let's go ahead. You see I'm adjusting the crosshair to match where the bond was. I must have accidentally. So what you want to do is center your So what I'm doing is I'm adjusting the vertical now to try to get across the reticle across here to align. So that's pretty close. And I'll go ahead and position the last and final wall bump, and by hitting the keypad G button, we'll be able to go ahead and make the bond. So now that we have it lined up, I'll go ahead and do another one. Let's see if there's a good spot here. And it'll start again from the beginning on this device by doing the first bond there. As you can see, from here to here. And then I'll do 2 ball bumps. set position one there. And I'll position another one up there. Okay, so that's showing you the, I don't know if we can zoom into here. This is actually the, we're in manipulator monitor mode. If we want to do, say for instance, we want to do a half auto, which is a typical bond where you're going to stop at search, we'll go ahead and first we'll need to go to number 8, more options, and we're going to toggle the mode to half auto by hitting the 8 again, and you can see G now is showing half auto. Now we can use the microscope, and at this point I'll go ahead and hit N 9, and as you can see the bond head is blocking the camera. So at this point I'm going to go ahead and look into the microscope, and I'll do a typical bond. Okay, so this is a normal bonding method without a camera. So we're going to use the button on the manipulator arm here, and there's a go button. We're going to press that and hold that, and that'll bring us to the searchlight, or the first bond in the device. And we'll use the microscope to align it. So I'm going to press and hold. We're at search, release. I'll make the bond. It goes to the second bond. Press, hold. Okay, so it made its bond there, and then we're going to go ahead and do the 2 ball bumps. So I just go to search, release, search, release. Again, a lot of this is explained in the manual, and again, it's a little too voluminous to go through this right now. You'll have to read that, and it'll explain all these settings in here. And for instance, you can hit the you'll be using your keypad to adjust, move through the menus. Here's your more options. You can do edit by pressing 4, and so on. So basically, I just wanted to demonstrate that we are able to do the bonds using the ball bond setup right now, which is your 0.625 capillary. You see that the torch is working, creating a ball. If you do have a problem with the ball, you'll get some kind of indicator here, either open or short. And I did purchase the shipping brackets, which are in the box here, and I'll be certain that they're all installed as per the manual, and they'll be shipped that way. Okay, so that's our demonstration of the Westbond 4KE.